and then it's overlaid on top of the 10-year interest rate, as well as gray bars for recessions. So what is this graphic meant to illustrate? Well, it just was for us to study, is there a correlation between the value of companies and what the interest rates were, or what the economy was doing at the time? And to your point, Jason, the trend is pretty starkly made on this chart, which is that if you were a company that was founded in a period of austerity, you had the ability in general to build a much larger company than that which was founded in a period of wealth and excess, right? So when you look at when rates were sort of approaching zero or were zero, there was a lot of really successful companies. They're listed here in the light gray on the right, but none of those things really represent the success that these other companies had. That's the first interesting takeaway. The second interesting takeaway, though, from this has nothing to do with rates per se, but it is that when rates intersect with the emergence of huge technology trends, so in the case of the 1970s, it was the PC revolution. In the case of the late 1990s, it was the internet revolution. Those two things, which required enormous progress in both physical infrastructure, so atoms, as well as software infrastructure, bits, when you put those two things together, those also created big companies. And so if you add that all up, the point is that whenever you see huge tectonic shifts in technology combined with periods of austerity, that's when the gargantuan dollars are made. So in the 1970s, companies like Microsoft and Apple from the get-go had to be profitable, right? And in the absence of one very important round of financing that Amazon was able to close, the next big wad of companies were founded again in rising rates, where they just had to get profitable or find a way to be positive free cash flow or have positive working capital faster than anybody else. So these are like really interesting trends that I think just say that as rates creep back up, and if we can intersect that with some improvements in technology over the next 5